So the prop I wanted to get was my copy of Star Trek Klingon, my original copy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, never mind then. I think when you had me on last time, when we talked about Borg, you held it up.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I saw it. So at least I've seen it, even if no one else does. Or
Yeah.
anyone who hasn't watched that stream.
So So yeah, I showed you the my copy of Star Trek Klingon last time as a way to convince you to remaster Star Trek Klingon.
Yeah, it was the so back when I had a YouTube channel, I put a trailer out for Borg when I'd done it, and the very first comment it got was, "Great, are you going to do Klingon?" And people did not stop asking the whole time, and that was what, 3 years ago.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Wait, you know what? Let me check when we streamed last. It's a great question. Let's see. See? No. So it's Star Trek Borg. Wow. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, time flies, doesn't it?
Wow. October 18th, 2023. Jeez.
Yeah, it's taken me a while to get around to this one.
Time flies. Okay. Hi everyone, and welcome to another riveting episode of Text Play, where I get to play games with the people who made them, but in this case, I'm playing with the person who remastered it. So that's the deal. And today we're going to play Star Trek Klingon, which celebrates its 30th anniversary this year. A lot of FMV games from 1996 celebrate, actually every game from 1996 celebrates its 30th anniversary this year. And Star Trek Klingon is no exception. And today we're going to play it. It's been, I presume, 30 years since I played it last, so I don't remember anything. And that's it. Let's thank our Patreon members. Thank you guys. And let's thank our coffee members. Our top 10 for the last 7 days. Top Fuel, Somebody, Gen 1 Gamer, Church of Poe, Those Deaf Mutes, Right Said Brett, MDQP, Holger Joost, Dan, and Fern Ziggy. Thank you guys. And our goal for today is $1 million. And that's it. We're 1% in. Go get him. So without further ado, let me welcome Owen Davis. Hi, Owen.
Hello, Daniel. Thank you for having me back on. It's nice to be invited.
Yeah, apparently it's been 3 years.
Yeah, that's flown by in a terrifyingly swift
Wow.
fashion, isn't it?
I mean, that's insane. Okay. So what made you want to remaster Star Trek Klingon, apart from the fact that everyone's been bugging you about it for the past 3 years?
I mean, do you want the honest answer?
Yeah.
The honest answer is I did not want to remaster Star Trek Klingon, but everyone kept bugging me about it. I did buy the game back in 1996, but I couldn't get it to run on my PC. I had an old 75 megahertz Packard Bell at the time, and there was some kind of VESA driver conflict that would not allow it to run. But I could run Borg, which is why I did Borg first, because I know that game inside out. So I do own a copy of Klingon now. God, you have to jump through some awful hoops to get it running on a modern PC in its original format. So I have played everything, but it doesn't strike my nostalgia nerve the way that Borg did. But I do know it. I do like it. It's Star Trek. I'm a huge Star Trek nerd, so of course I enjoy it. And yeah, no, as you said, 3.5 years now, people have been bugging me to do this. The thing that made the real difference is the AI tech I use to tinker with video has come on leaps and bounds in the last 3 years. And this does not look in any way as good as the job I did on Borg, because, I mean, we can get into the technicalities of it later if you like. But something finally clicked that made me think, okay, this is now at least acceptable. So it was time to finally pull the trigger on it.
So I know that Star Trek Borg did have a DVD version, which is why you had higher quality video to work as your source material.
Yeah.
Well, this one, you just used the in-game videos from back in 1996, so the 320 by 200 with 1 frame per second.
It's actually 320 by 200, which is slightly squishy, not properly 4:3, so I fixed that. And 15 frames per second. So I have done my best to bring that up to a cinematic 30 odd by doubling it. It mostly works. There's some interesting points here and there. A bigger problem than the resolution was actually the compression. This obviously had to fit on a couple of CD-ROMs, and it's like an hour and a half of total footage. So there was dithering, compression, macro blocking, all kinds of horrifying artifacts, which the AI had to interpret as faces, and faces are always the nightmare. So, like I said, it's acceptable. You're going to spot it occasionally. It just hallucinates glasses onto people that were not there, especially on the Klingons, because it's got those big ridges and like heavy bits.
Actual glass?
Yep. They'll just ghost into the scene and then disappear. I went through, and this took ages, manually fixing as many as I possibly could, but there were some, no matter what I ran it through, you got glasses. There's a particular moment on the bridge of the Klingon ship. There's a guy in the background just flat out wearing shades that were not there originally.
Wow.
And every now and then you'll just see, if you watch Garon, just keep an eye on him on his eyes. Every now and then just glasses, and then they're gone. It's frustrating. It almost feels like a vindication, because the number of people said, just do Klingon, and I always responded, the quality isn't there. It's going to look like absolute trash. And it doesn't now, thankfully, look like absolute trash, but I feel a little vindicated that it does not look as good as Borg did.
Actually,
I've done my best.
When we talked 3 years ago, then you also used AI to upscale it, but AI was not at the same place it is nowadays. Yeah. But if this is the best you could do with the source material, that means that if we try to remaster Phantasmagoria 2, then we're going to get similar results, because it's also 320 by 200 with 15 frames per second.
It's probably going to be a very similar compression technology as well, yeah. So, mind you, last time we spoke, didn't you say you'd found the analog tape master files?
Wow.
There's a lot more to work with there. So,
it's great that you remember our last conversation.
Oh, very much so. And I'm still, hey, you never called me back. I'm still open to approaching it.
Well, in the past 3 years, we had one of our Patreon members who, actually, I sent him the digitized VHS tapes, and he took everything and remastered it himself, and hopefully we'll be able to publish it soon or show a few snippets from it. And the thing is that the audio on the VHS tapes was horrific, because the VHS tapes were created for dubbing studios. So they placed, the sound effects and the music on the left channel and the voices on the right channel. and they're there just for reference. So the sound isn't high quality and it's not stereo. So what he did was take it from the in-game movies and sync it up with VHS tapes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Could you do that? And you did. So
yeah. Okay. So any last words before we start playing the game?
Not that I can think of. I mean, actually, yes, I had a couple of notes, if you don't mind. Because I know I pretty much as soon as I finished this project, I told you and said, "Do you want to do another stream about it?" That was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and a couple of Twitch streamers have already found it. I have not advertised this; they've just found it and already streamed it. So I'd like to say, in case they're watching, thank you to Mateo360 and Piece by Piece, specifically because I watched your streams and I found a couple of bugs from watching you play. Neither of you noticed what they were, but they stood out like a sore thumb to me, so I fixed them. And so I'd also like to say a hello and a shout out to my friend Dave and his daughter Lissy, who I believe are watching. So hi guys. And yeah, thank you very much, Daniel. That's all my waffle out the way. Let's go for it.
Awesome. Oh, and since we're already talking about Twitch streamers and YouTube, last time we spoke, you had a YouTube channel with more subscribers than we did at the time. What happened to that YouTube channel?
That YouTube channel was primarily lost media and old TV shows that I, again, had done my best to remaster and bring up kind of stuff that was either completely unavailable for the most part to watch that I dug up from somewhere, or stuff that just didn't look great on modern TVs. And the whole point of my channel was to sort of attempt to use AI and other mastering techniques to sort of remaster them, bring them up to modern quality. And of course, it was entirely hobbyist. I didn't earn anything from that. But does mean that none of that content was mine. I didn't own the IP for any of it. So, I mean, I put out a couple of videos of me directly addressing the audience saying, this is going to go away at some point. I'm going to get copyright struck, and yeah, it happened. And it was heartbreaking. I knew it was coming, but yeah, I got up to 50,000 subscribers at that point. There was this little community leaving comments and people telling me how they discovered shows they never would have watched because of it. It was absolutely heartwarming. And then it was just gone in one fell swoop, bang, just like that, overnight, everything. So yeah, heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. Wait, yeah. So they just sent you an email one day telling you that they shut down the channel? Did you get a few strikes and then they shut down the channel?
What it was, there was I do entire seasons, entire series of TV shows, and it was not even the creators of the show, but an international distribution rights company in Poland, who gave me pushed forward simultaneous copyright strikes for every single episode of that show simultaneously. And I'm sure you know how YouTube works. It's if you get 3 extant copyright strikes at the same time, YouTube shuts you down. And just overnight, well, within the space of like half an hour, I had, I think, 48. So yeah, that was all she wrote. Bang, nuked from orbit, dead in the water. And there's just nothing I can do about it. It's a real shame. What's been most frustrating is what I didn't, like I said, I knew that could happen. What I didn't realize is that I can't start any other YouTube channels. That's me done. I can't set up another account. If you want to use advanced settings, you've got to upload proof of ID. And as soon as I upload proof of ID that's me, YouTube will go, nope, no, we kicked you off, go away. So I'm done.
Oh, man.
What a shame.
It is a shame.
Oh, well.
You should change your name.
And my face.
And your face.
Just wear a mask and then I think we're getting into fraud territory, which may get me into worse legal trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Lizzie in the chat says she has arrived.
Hurrah. Oh, Lissy. So that'll be Dave and his little girl. Guys, I can't see the chat, but I'm glad you're with us. I'm glad
Wait, you can see the chat. You can go to the YouTube channel and go to the YouTube page of the video we're currently live streaming, and then pop out the chat, and you'll have it separately.
Oh, that's a great idea, actually.
Without using any bandwidth that we need for you to actually see what we're currently streaming.
That's a great idea. I probably should have asked that in the first instance before we started.
Okay. Let's play the game. You know, I first heard about this game from. I think there was a trailer for this game on the Spycraft CD, and I watched it on repeat. And then someone got me this game as a birthday present, and I don't think I got past the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes because they're speaking Klingon, and I couldn't understand what they were saying.
I can tell you about that. The opening scene, which we're about to see, is Garon monologuing in Klingon with no subtitles. They weren't in the original game either, for about 45 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. So what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play the game.
Oglumeshkul robaka debui jonajaj quiblo dolo cha uku upush shokta osh lohe luchlu locha witpu oshash shuv witpu neshlo loshaj los pes las puneshlo biash lotal ma kushlaka shadiba che dogovam Urs chap kebadak agentok chok Luis puza mivia mese di hulacha.
Fun.
Remastered. Kinda remastered.
Remastered-ish.
Semi-remastered.
That's the point. If anyone absolutely cannot stand what the AI does to the video, I put it in the settings. You can switch it back to the CD-ROM quality video if you want to. It's primarily there as a nostalgia piece for anyone who played
Mid game, can I do it right now?
Absolutely, feel free. I actually had to play around with it quite a bit to make it look like it originally did on the CD-ROM, but it's a pretty good match for how it actually
Wow.
We kill anything that stands in our way. We enjoy the taste of innocent blood. Lies.
Okay, let's go back to the...
Honor is what we treasure. Honor above all things.
I mean, it looks amazing, but sometimes the switch between him with a closed mouth and him starting talking seems kind of weird because there's a ghosting effect.
Well, also, anytime characters are in the distance, in the original video, their mouths move by less than a pixel, and it doesn't pick up the fact their mouth has moved at all. You'll spot it when it happens.
Yeah.
That shapes our every act. This is why I, Gowron, leader of the Klingon High Council, have decided to break the secrecy that shrouds our culture and show you, Diviok, that which truly makes us Klingon. You are frightened, young human. Yes, you should be. Your strength, your skills are no better than that of a Klingon boy, but that will change.
I wonder if the makeup was so apparent in the original version.
When you have finished this holodeck adventure with me...
And it's amazing because in the original version, it looks like he's a Klingon. Wow.
This test.
Over here you can see
more than how to
the routines in the AI that are meant to reconstruct faces are meant to reconstruct human faces, unsurprisingly. So things like the ridges down the middle of his nose are gone. So yeah,
you will no longer be
depends on what it's trained on.
Weak as a quahom, but you will be a warrior. Then it will be an honor to kill you. Take your knife. There's nothing tastes as good as the beast killed in the chanta, eh? And here is the hunter himself. Buck, come. Here is the boy whose knockjed brought down the largest dick knock ever to be taken down on this planet. Yes, I'm proud to call him son. And tomorrow, after the rite of ascension, I will be prouder still to call him warrior son. Yes. To my son, who has chosen to follow the path of his grandfathers. To Buck! Kapla! 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 It pleases me that I should be here at my friend Torn's side to watch his son become a man.
Gowron, your presence brings my house honor.
May the house always deserve it. I have brought your son the Chanob gifts. Honor me by taking them. Puck!
And finally in this game, you get to do something. There you go.
Okay, so
Indecision, it is like a disease with you off-worlders. You think too much. There is a Klingon saying, act and you shall have dinner. Think and you shall be dinner. You understand, human? Take action! Try again.
Actually, if you
Holodeck program,
this.
Klingon immersion studies.
And
Okay,
this
so-
is
Playing from time stop. 0, 0,
it's gonna, every time you fail and
0,
come
1.
back, it's going to play this little
0,
voiceover.
0.
I have brought your
Now if you
son
pause it.
the Chanob gifts.
So I kept that in because it was in the original game, but personally I find it incredibly annoying.
okay, so we
yeah,
better not
there are-
fail.
Well, there are only 3 actual fail states, game over states in the entire game. And what the original game was, if you triggered them, it actually shut the program down and kicked you back to desktop. So what I've done is I've put in a browser refresh command. And it will refresh the browser as if you just hit the refresh button at the top of the browser. So you might want to avoid them. I can give you some pointers if you like.
Please do.
Well, one of the fail states is I think you get 4 or 5 opportunities to fail to make a decision, and then you get a different message every time. You don't get that one again, and if he gets to the 5th one, he gives up on you and kicks you out the game. But I will warn you that sometimes not making a decision is the right way forward. So it's not entirely a fair game, to be
Are you
honest.
talking about life in general or this game?
It depends if you're a Klingon.
Okay, let's resume. So I need to pick up the gifts.
Honor me.
How spoilery do you want this walkthrough to be?
No, I got it.
Okay.
My house thanks you for all you have given us, Gowron.
I above all know what you give up for me, for the Empire.
When my ancestors conquered Tanganyika and set up rule over the planets of this sector, they did so to the
are
service of
they-
the Empire.
Are they reading off cue cards because no one's looking
Others here on Tengu
in each other's
will not
eyes?
see things as you do,
I
my
think
friend.
Garon's
The
eyes
ancient
being shut
houses have
is another
ruled
AI
these planets many
hallucination.
years, and it has
If you flip it
brought
back
He's
to the original
asleep.
footage,
They may not
it's
be
hard
as
to tell,
willing
yeah.
as you to give up their power.
For the future of the Empire, we must sacrifice the planet our grandfathers
Yeah, hey, look, there's a
conquered,
reason I put off doing this one.
and that will bring us great honor.
It does look like he has his eyes closed. So, you know,
Do you think Torn would allow
it's
me to
AI
keep
doing
on
its
in this
best.
house?
Exactly.
trust the
That
House of
you can
St.
say that
Pete's
of this
to protect
entire
me.
project.
Leave. Your wife, Qatar, looks well.
Yes. Do you regret that you did not take her for your wife?
She has brought you great happiness and a son. There is nothing to regret.
Why do you stand? Put the presents down.
It's hard to believe one so clumsy and slow could even begin to hunt a Tiknaga.
My son saves his skills for the hunting of beasts and enemies.
Our houses have stood door to door for generations. Must we continue to be enemies?
It's hard to believe one so stupid and weak is capable of running a Klingon house.
Why, Qatar? Flirting at your age. What will Torgun say?
Throw this Vec out.
Bayem!
This knife looks like it's made out of
The
plastic.
celebration was declared a Lochno.
I don't think
You
that's
have
the AI's
invited
fault.
all the spirits of our Klingon ancestors. Tradition dictates that all are welcome to the Lochno. Even ancient rivals, even me, Qatar.
Chukguij. Lugratla.
Uh-oh.
I knew you would not
well done.
dishonor your house. I accept your welcome.
Do not confuse tolerance with welcome.
That
Bok.
is actually the captain
You may
from
stay,
Borg.
but keep clear of
Unrecognisable
Torgon
in his
and
Klingon
Gowron.
outfit.
Do not spoil the day with politics!
A pity I did not bring my mate. Tvar could learn so much from you about Klingon hospitality.
And for any Star Trek nerds
Father
watching,
asked you
that
to
is
get him some
Seska from
food.
Voyager.
Go! I will see to these.
Wait, so my indecision was the correct choice in this?
In that instance, yes. Sometimes the right way forward is to not do anything, but often it's not, and if it's not, Gowron will get very angry.
Hey, she had glasses.
There you go. First instance.
Hawk, a word of warning. Stay away from the Rokek blood pie. Choctaw's mate rotted and she could overcook a Dykus plant.
If Choctaw heard that, he'd rip out your tongue.
Worse, he would have his mate cook it and make me eat it.
My mate's grow cake is the best in the world. True. A recipe from a Federation woman. Human. The secret's in a liquid spice they call Wodka.
Rutka.
Wodka.
Where's the food? Bring Gowron some gach.
Ah! Did you not understand me last time? Indecision is death. You are still thinking like a human. Will this be the right decision? Will that be the right decision? Choose! Deal with the consequences later. But choose now! Ah! It is not your fault. Klingons learn this when they are children. If your brother says do this, then you do it. Or you poise yourself for a fight. Or if a woman bares her teeth at you, you hold her off. Or poise yourself to love. Either way, the path is action. Go! Try again!
Replaying from time stop. 000300.
Where's the food? Bring Gowron some gach.
I mean, I think they just left it in the game because it was a debug function that they forgot to turn off before releasing the final game. Sounds like it. There's no point in naming the or stating the number of the scene.
Oh, yes. Well, no, it's... So the idea is that this is meant to be... It depends how nerdy Star Trek you want to get. This is meant to be a holodeck program running on a Federation computer that Gowron has made to teach us weaky humans why Klingons are okay. So that's meant to be a Federation Starfleet computer telling you that you're restarting this point because you failed in this holodeck program. It's meant to be immersive. I personally find it a delay, but it was in the original game, so I stuck it back in there. I had to program it in. None of this was direct code ported. I wrote everything, so...
Did you use any
Whether or
cleanup
not that
software
was
for
basically-
the audio as well?
No, the audio is directly lifted, unchanged from the CD-ROM.
And why did you remaster that as well?
Sorry. Oh well, sorry. The bit where it tells you where you just got to.
No,
That
in general, the
interrupt
audio in the game. Did you remaster it in any way, or
Nope.
is it
Not
as
in the
is?
slightest. Yeah.
Okay.
Primarily because I'm not an audio guy, so I wouldn't have had the first clue what to do with it. So, might wanna freeze it. Oh, click something. Click something. Yeah.
Bring
Click anything.
Gowron Heart of Targ, and his next dish is liable to be Heart of Puck.
Replaying from time stop. 00
So
03 00.
pause it when she shuts up. There we go. The game. You know how Q gave you a tricorder, and you could scan things in the scene. It would tell you
Yeah.
about them to give you some context for them. This has something similar. Supposedly, Garon gave you a library of cultural artifacts. So if you click the Learn button, I did the same thing I did with Borg, where it gives you a screenshot of the various things in this scene. And if you click on them, it gives you a bit of background.
So I can click on it right now.
Yep, absolutely. And it'll give you, there you go. And if you'll see the food items that are in the scene there. And if you click on them, it'll tell you which they are. And you've just been told to bring
Roquette
Garon some
blood
stuff.
pie. Frigate lung. Gah. Butler. Heart of Targ. The heart of the Targ beast. Although Targ are bred for food throughout the Empire, the heart of the bred Targ is considered weakened by domestication.
This is very dry.
Only the heart of a wild, hunted Targ is considered worthy of eating, making it a rare delicacy.
Okay, so this is
Roquette blood pie. Frigate
You have been
lung.
asked to bring Garon some
Roquette
guff.
blood pie. Gah.
Where's the food?
This is one of those
Bring
things
Garon
that
some
any
guff.
Star Trek nerds out there will know without having to look it up. But there you go.
Ah, the gods, lad. I hope they're still alive. Did you trip over a woman on your way here? A woman? I doubt you would know what to do with a woman. Enough joking. Soon we will go too far and find a gashmitage at our throat. Open your doorknob, boy. Do you not know what it is?
The young are ignorant of their family's history.
It is a score to Kultak. Kultak! Can it be you have never heard the opera that tells the tale of our family's house? Oh, McCool! Oh, McCall! Reshav tak yak bo edge gok bow! Goat poo! Torn, the boy is ignorant.
Perhaps I have spent too much time teaching him to hunt, brother, and not enough teaching him to sing.
The next, open another! Another, yes!
An octocrystal.
It's as useful as platinum. The crystal is bigger than it.
wow. Look at those visual effects.
You can almost see the strings.
Do you think you can defend yourself against the Hawkwi with the Gauss Mectage? Your knife against the Romulan hunter-killer probe? You must stalk it as it stalks us.
Replaying from time stop. 00 04 00.
Hawkweed! A hunter-killer. Patad!
The hunter probe may strike any of us. Where is your warrior instinct?
I don't know.
Someone is about to die, and this is what you care about? A trinket? Are you Klingon or Ferengi?
Probably Ferengi.
From time stop. 00 04 00.
Hawkweed! A hunter-killer. Patad!
at any point if you'd like the answer.
Wait.
Just
Did
go.
you not hear what I said? Petard, or someone will die.
Replaying from time stop. 0004. Locked edge. 00. A hunting
Did I
spear
find
weighted
did I
and
find a bug?
balanced for 3
I think you found a bug. I think I need to put a sound interrupt in there.
A hunter-killer. Petard!
Okay. Wait, so I
So
can
that is a-
freeze and get all
Yeah.
of the choices.
That was one of the bugs I found during watching other people's live streams.
The fact that you could choose while you're freezing the game.
No, we can't see it at the moment, but I know you can. You see the button you've previously pressed that said freeze is now flashing.
Mm-hmm.
If you froze it and then selected something and it continued, it stayed flashing.
Gotcha.
So I had to, there's going to be lots of little things like that I haven't quite caught yet.
Okay, so what's the correct answer?
The correct answer on this one is, once again, annoyingly, do nothing. Supposedly, now, the game originally came with another program, which I was not going to spend the time, which supposedly taught you Klingon, where Garon would pop up and say certain words, and you were then meant to use them in a sentence. And quite advanced for 1996, supposedly, you could speak into your desk mic, and it used vocal recognition to tell whether you were saying the words correctly or not. So the idea was you could, if you were that way inclined, you could actually learn Klingon from buying this package. And the dad character just shouted something. I don't know what it means, but apparently it means stay still. So there you go.
He did not even see the face of his enemies. I must have vengeance! Do not let vengeance cloud your mind.
He
There
has
is a
glasses
ritual
on.
To be performed.
There you go.
Vengeance will wait for that.
And then they'll disappear again.
He needs to see better
I will
to read off of the cue cards.
It is not your place. Puck.
Guys, I don't think he's dead.
Yeah.
May you find honor now with the Black Fleet, brother.
Wait a second. That doesn't look like liquid. It looks like a piece of plastic. A purple piece of plastic.
I think that is the AI.
Romulan assassin probe. It would have killed me had not your father stepped in and taken its full force.
Yeah, it looks like it's made out of
It
plastic.
does look- But, hey, maybe it was. I don't know.
Let's see. Can I switch?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, I think because of the compression,
Yeah.
then
certainly.
you didn't have...
No, I see that you know
This
myself
this
days
doesn't
ago,
look
long
great,
before we
but
left for
when you
Tanganyika.
take into account how little it had to work with.
No Klingon would use such a method. I wish I could agree with you, Quaylan, but the days when that was true are gone. Now there are too many Klingons who would use such methods. Fuck.
A clever device. So effective.
Your hatred of Gowron and my brother are well known.
True, I would weep for neither, but there is no proof.
You destroy the proof.
What?
Fuck. You Varangan Hadiva. I shall revenge myself on you and your house! No!
No! This is the knife that killed the man who killed your father. I give it to you to show that the circle of vengeance is closed.
I just use it to cut a cake.
Yeah. A
I
pink
understand the
cake.
passion of your action. I too have killed for vengeance, but the circle of vengeance is far from closed.
Looks like
You
it's got
saw
glitter
yourself.
on it.
He tried to destroy the probe, but
Seems like
condemned
it's an
himself.
actual unicorn
He
cake.
killed my brother.
Yes, but think, Quaylen. Vork is a small man from this provincial world. To place an assassin probe in my belongings would be impossible for any single man. The package was tampered with long before it got here. There were others involved. And now that he is dead, we may never know who they are.
I do not regret what I have done. But you are right. There are others involved.
I will swear an oath. A blood oath to find all who are responsible for the death of my friend.
I will join you in
No! You must stay here, protect the house of Sir Peach. Vork may attack your house.
But I must.
No! You must stay here. I need allies.
Wait, how many interactive moments does this game have?
Just north of 20.
Wow.
It would have to be
Maybe
another.
that's why they counted them all.
Who will swear a blood oath of vengeance with me? Ah!
It really does look like it's got icing on it.
I swear on the river of blood in my veins, vengeance on all those who killed my friend Torn. Kapla!
Kapla! Wait! Hawk has yet to complete the second rite of ascension. In the eyes of the Noog Clack, he is still a boy. Would you have him seek
eyes of the
vengeance
noobs.
before he has become a man?
No, Quaylen. I will not take a boy on a man's voyage. Tonight, we will finish the rite of ascension.
And that guy's breathing, the one on the table.
Then
I did love it when you meant to open one of his eyes and the other one goes with it.
those who killed your brother.
This was directed by Jonathan Frakes, Commander Riker, who directed.
I mean, he couldn't he
First
have yelled
Contact.
cut? Alright, let's do this one again.
Well, Darren, we can see you breathing.
Are you ready, Hawk, son of Torn? Do you wish to take your place among the great warriors of your house?
Looks like he has tentacles on his head.
Seath,
This is what I
Son.
had to work from, though, so it's not surprising it
Omega.
hallucinates quite often.
Seagath, son of Seath,
We're lucky it's mouse moving.
Shan, son of Seagath, Kompok, son of Yan, Torn, son of Kompok. If so, step forward. Not every man has the courage to be a warrior. Not every man can make the voyage through the river of blood even after he has chosen to try. Will you make this voyage? Hawk, son of Torn. You have chosen. The night before your father's rite of ascension, I lay awake while Torn slept soundly. In the morning, I asked him how he had been able to sleep so well. He said,
My fathers and fathers before me have traveled the river of pain. I know the courage is in my blood. And I am not afraid.
Dave in the chat says, it's astonishing how well the upscaling works given the sub-potato quality of the original footage. What tools did you use?
So quite a few. I did several passes through Topaz Video AI. I think they just call it Topaz Video now, actually. Using loads of different models for different passes. Like I said, when I said earlier that I tried to manually fix out some of the glasses, that's because I went through with a different model. Some models are better at faces, some models are better at environments. The primary difference here is one called Starlight, which is partially generative. Not entirely generative, partially generative. So it attempts to literally add detail where no detail was there before, which is one of the reasons things like the nose ridges disappear. That model is insanely slow. It processes at around about, even on my rig, about 0.8 frames per second. So it takes a very, very long time to get the results out. And then I ran it through an upscaler, and then I ran it through another version that's better for faces, another version that's better for environments, and then mixed and matched the footage and masked stuff out in After Effects. It was a lot of work for arguably negligible results. Like I said, there was a reason I put this off for so very long. But yeah, it is what it is. It came out this way. The another thing is, the technology is going to keep improving. I'd say AI is starting to reach something of a plateau, but it'll improve still further over time. And then I might be able to revisit this and do a better job of it, or get better results. But I don't know if I can be bothered. Considering how long it takes to process all this footage. I mean, at least all the programming's done. I can just swap the footage out. But it takes literal weeks of processing time to get the footage even looking this good. And then to do the whole thing again for some marginally improved faces or some slightly lesser frequently appearing ghost glasses is a tough sell.
Maybe your next project should be Phantasmagoria too.
Hey, absolutely, give me something to do. But certainly, if I'd attempted this back when I had the tools at my disposal I had when I did Borg, this would have been even more it would have been laughable. It would have been basically unwatchable. It certainly would not have looked functionally improved over the original source footage. It would have looked different. I don't know if it would have looked better. It's up to the viewing public to decide whether this does.
And I mean, when you approached me like a month ago you sent me a screenshot of the project, and then you said it's going to take a few more weeks to complete it. And then a few days later, you said, okay, it's done. What happened then?
At that point, when I sent you that screenshot of the video footage, I was most way done through processing the footage. What I thought was going to take me weeks from that point was then programming the game engine, the decision tree. I mean, all of this, like I said, none of the code has been ported from the source. I didn't have any of the source code. I wrote it all in JavaScript from scratch, but I got to reuse a considerable amount of functionality from Borg. The gameplay is shockingly, let's see. Well, what gameplay is there? It's occasionally make a decision. It's more complicated.
The gameplay is shockingly complex. You clicking on
exactly.
hotspots.
Yeah, that kind of thing is very simple, but it's very similar to Borg. So although I couldn't just pull the JavaScript I've written for that and dump it wholesale into here, a lot of functionality I'd written I could port over to this. So the actual build of the site and the interactions was just considerably simpler than I thought it was going to be when I first messaged you. Because you're right, I thought it was going to take me another 2-3 weeks, and then I just sat down for a couple of sleepless nights and was basically finished, which took me by surprise as much as anyone.
And how many times did you play the game from beginning to end in order to test all the interactive parts and the video?
Quite a few. Yeah, quite a few. It helped that because the game is so old, there are walkthroughs out there for the original CD-ROM. You can just go and download an old text document that tells you what all the decisions are. But I still had to go through every single one of the decisions to make sure it led to the right result. It's not always just click thing video plays or don't do anything video plays. There are things like I've got to set up a variable counting up how many times you have failed, or there are a couple of puzzles, loosely using the term puzzles, coming up where you have to press more than one thing in order, and if you press them out of order or press something else, you get a different result. So all that kind of thing needed to be tested to make sure it fired off the right results. So yeah, I played through it quite a few times. Of course, being the developer, I could, playing it as you are, and I'm sure you'd know your way around this, I turned off the controls for the video. While I was developing it, I turned those controls back on so I could just skip through, which is not something I reveal to the public on the site because it's not how you could play the game originally. I'm trying to be honest, faithful to the original. Also, I like annoying people.
Okay.
Come. It is time. Show your heart. Today, you are a warrior.
Travel the river of blood! Think of your father and your father's father!
You're almost there. 2 more steps and you'll have done what no non-Klingon has ever done. Yours! Travel the river of pain! You will die a warrior! Join the Black Fleet and fight and die forever! It is finished. You have done well, Pop.
In 1 day's time, the House of Sepisha's lost 1 warrior and gained another. You do us honor, Pok.
I see it in your eyes. One who has traveled the river of pain. Others will see it too. And they will know that you have chosen the way of the warrior. And they will be afraid. That too is a weapon.
Wait, that was the right choice?
That was it was actually the only choice at that point.
Your men have finished analyzing the probe. Come, let us see what they have found.
The probe was most likely...
I mean, I've cut the top part of the frame. We can't see it over here, but it says Chapter 4 Ascension. We're already in Chapter 4. It's been like 20 minutes of gameplay.
3 choices. Yep.
manufactured it.
I mean, come on, man. You know your FMV games from 1996, and this is one of the
So
very
terrorist
earliest ones. This is at least early in the year. It's a very basic one. I mean, it comes to something when you can say that Borg makes this look simple.
Yeah, but back in 1996, you had better FMV games with more interactivity. So even Spycraft, which is, I think is it by the same studio? No. Anyway, the problem was that FMV games that were based on TV shows were filmed like, episodes of that TV show, and they just added very little interactivity into the game, yes. And that's it. I mean, Spycraft came out pretty early in 1996, and it's an amazing game, and it has tons of puzzles and interactive moments, and it's got the point and click adventure game feel to it, while the FMV scenes are like cutscenes in a point and click adventure game. Yeah. As opposed to here, which is you watching a video and it pauses in various moments, which is very similar to what Telltale did, back in 2010 and 2009.
Agreed, yeah.
System within Romulan-controlled space. Probes are illegal. They're contraband in almost all known sectors. Efficient, deadly accurate, but very difficult to program correctly, and even more difficult to come by.
Unless you're a Romulan living in Soltaris system.
Even then, the manufacturing alone would bankrupt a small house.
Do you think there are Romulans involved? No. Romulans want my defeat. Not my death. Many things are difficult to come by, but nothing is impossible if you know where to look. I have traveled through the dark reaches of space without learning where the dishonorable wretches do their dealings.
Yes, and you have brought the fruits of their dishonorable hatred into this house.
Do you blame me, Qatar, for your mate's death?
No, but I entrust you with my son's life. Do not treat it carelessly. I, too, can swear a mother's blood oath. You would not want that.
I would not. Do not come because others want you to, Park. You must know your own mind. Will you come? Yes? Or no?
This is another one of the potential fail points that can kill the game, so I'd say yes if I were you.
Well, it was a dead giveaway given the fact that he gave you like this and this.
Yeah, thumbs up and thumbs down. Yeah, but it will kick you out of the game if you say no at that point.
It will format my hard drive.
Have your things beamed up to my ship. Do not take too much. A farmer's treasures are a warrior's burden.
Debris! If we take the Bortas, the ship will be recognized long before we've arrived. They will know that Gowron, the head of the Klingon High Council, is coming.
She is right. The Bortas is too easily recognized. Take my ship. Take the Tagana. Use it to find my brother's killers.
Thank you, Quayla. We have smelled the prey. Now let us follow the trail. But whose eyes are those? Pox? Or yours, human? We shall see.
Whose eyes are those indeed? Looks like we just talked about NVIDIA Broadcast's eye contact feature. Owen, are you still there?
Sorry, Daniel. I think I'm having connection issues.
Yep,
I am.
you are.
I'm definitely having connection issues. There we go. I think I'm back. Sorry about that.
Debris, the Tagana is prepared. We await your orders.
Show me the weapons array. You, wait here!
So while you froze, I said that the eyes look very similar to how the eye contact feature works in NVIDIA Broadcast. I mean, there's some sort of
exactly what you mean.
uncanny valley effect to eyes created by AI.
Come here!
Anything where there's a lot of motion blur, it will still try and recreate a face. It can get very strange if you pause at just the wrong moment.
Hold down the oscillator relay while I prime this node.
Wait.
Well, you got to do something.
A multi-use manual adjustment tool.
No.
Used to diagnose and calibrate any of a number of systems aboard a ship. It uses a small contained energy field. Portable information interface device. Used on board a Klingon ship to interface with the main computer or to store personal non-essential information.
Honestly.
Yakai! I said come here!
Oh,
Leave him! I gave him an order. Good. You understand. You know how to obey.
I will take the station now. Who are you to take the station from me? Who are you that would stop me?
For any big Star Trek fans out there, yes, that is General Martek from Deep Space Nine. JT hurts you.
wish to see your home one last time. Planet View. When I left my home, I was not much older than you. It was many years before I saw it again. When I did return, it was as a warrior. No one just stands around a Klingon ship. Everything must have its use. Even you, Puck. Choose your post, but choose it carefully. Remember what you have seen.
Who challenges me for my state?
Interestingly, that was the only hotspot I had to move in the entire project. Most of them I can just leave static, but this guy walks right across the screen, so I had to track my hotspot over him as he passed, which was not fun.
You synced it to the time of the video?
Yeah, pretty much. I used a JavaScript library called GreenSock. Well, I always use a JavaScript library called GreenSock for anything animated, and so yeah, I basically set a few key points between and made sure that over time it followed where he was. But that took about 2 hours, just because of how much tinkering and refinement was required.
Manuel in the chat asks, did you use AI to improve the resolution? The answer is yes. We already talked about it. You can watch the beginning of the live stream. We actually a few minutes ago we also talked about it. Tyron says, they say write what you know, so I guess they stuck with gamifying an episode rather than putting cutscenes to support a game. Well, for example, the X-Files game, which came out in 1998, even though it was created by the same crew that films the episodes, they actually got proper game development studio to create the game. And over there you have navigation and you pick up items, so it's got the point and click adventure gameplay, while the FMV scenes are the cutscenes in that game. So I think they did a better job, even though the game isn't that great. I think they did a better job at gamifying an X-Files episode as opposed to here, which is just us watching a Star Trek episode with a few choices.
This could be done on DVD.
Little nothing.
Well done, Buck. You chose the weakest link and attacked. The console is yours, as long as you can keep it.
A word of warning, Puck. The old man is cagey. You have the console, but this is not over between you. Watch your back.
The Hunter probe came from the Saltaris system, but it could not have come directly. An exchange was made somewhere between the Romulan space and Klingon space. I know a place where many such exchanges are made. Balka system, Warp 6, Ga!
Koi keles puk lod, koi pupek pu, yakbo mapo jeshu mi, se machu me u, masud manong, e macho ju, nebeyin mach of wom ku, but ma cherbets eljo pish, ma fam puma di me correct, but you talk to my bel, como you talk, ma o. Koi keles puk lod, koi pupek pu.
Hawk, join us. Come play around. Choose the higher. You lose.
He doesn't know the game.
Don't wait. Play again till he wins one.
Replaying from time stop. 0, 0, 1, 1,
Fascinating
0,
stuff, isn't it?
0.
Wow.
Choose the higher. Higher! You win!
No, they could have filmed 4 scenes. One with right hand winning, and one with the right hand losing, and the other with the left hand winning and left hand losing, and randomizing it instead of just, you know, didn't work on the right hand, so let's choose the left hand.
Play again.
Eat
That
first,
almost
play
precisely
later.
does happen like
Move
that in
fast,
Borg.
Hawk, or the food will be gone.
Borg is simple as it is, vastly more complex than this.
Looks like Pop will get to eat today.
Gotta do something, Daniel?
No, but what about no choice is the best
Surely you
choice?
can move faster than that.
Not always.
What is the matter? Do you not understand what is being said to you? Try again. Faster, faster, faster!
I think he's getting annoyed with you.
Replaying from time stop. 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0.
Oh no, my delicious rag.
Delicious.
That's Dave.
Everyone is watching you, and you are playing like a child. If you do not stand up to him like a warrior, everyone will think you're afraid, and you will not have a moment's peace for as long as you are on this voyage.
Replaying from time stop. 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0.
Oh, you're dead.
Ha! You're dead. By choosing to use a weapon, you made this a fight to the death. He should not have put his knife there for you to use. Still, to challenge a clearly superior fighter with a deadly weapon was foolish. You show courage, but not much sense. Go back and try again.
Replaying from time stop. 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0.
Well done. You will go
Really?
without food
Well done.
tonight,
Really?
young Park. But tomorrow, Guards will think twice about challenging you. You have impressed my crew, and that is not an easy thing to do. Sleep well, but sleep light.
I mean, how much footage is there in this game?
About 90 minutes.
Okay, about 90 minutes. I presume that 30 minutes of those 90 minutes is just the death scenes, the various death scenes.
If memory serves from putting it all together, there's about 20 minutes straight of failure states. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You see, and then when you pick up the big box in the store, you see 90 minutes of original footage, and, you know, a third of that is fail states.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, a bit like Borg, the point in this, the gameplay loop, if you can call it that, is to fail. Because sometimes when you fail, you learn information that is useful to progressing. Which
is the worst way to design a game.
Yep.
Approaching the bulk system.
There were some great fail states in Borg.
Park, prepare for standard orbit. Slow to impulse.
But they had John Delancey hamming it up, so...
Orbital track. Any other warships in this system?
Nothing in system except a few cargo ships and a small runner vessel.
Good. Decloak drop shields and prepare to beam down to the surface. Polk, you're with me. These people trade in assassinations. Death without honor. Stay close.
Welcome to Disc 2.
Oh, wow.
There are no weapons allowed in the bar.
No weapons? What kind of a Yintog bar is this?
I cater to a peace-loving clientele. I'm afraid they don't like violence. And if you still can't take off your weapons, I know there are plenty of other bars in the city that would be happy to serve you, armed to the teeth, if that's what you're looking for.
I give you my word. No one will be harmed with them.
The rule is no weapons.
Expect us to give up our knives? We are Klingons!
All right. The disruptors have to go.
Klingon would feel naked without a weapon. You have not been without your knife since you reached the age of inclusion. These newts poo fear the very weapons they sell. Mix yourself up with these people. Try to see what you can overhear. And please don't kill anyone.
So I think one's enjoyment of this game is really tied to how much you can enjoy Garon absolutely.
Many things that do not look so can become weapons.
Your mileage may vary.
Can I get you gentlemen something? Or are you just here for the music?
Oh, a drink, Puck. We should take the time to sample the local spirits, huh? Give me your knife. Yes. Bartender, Nagazwi, wesh, heave jamais. You speak Klingon.
She speaks bartender.
This is Pilla, a sweet drink made from a fermented talarin berry. Yes. And this is Aura. Nasty, not much of a drink. Hardly worth the effort.
This drink is horrible. You have some.
Now this is nectar. A Berani beverage. They say it is made from the reactant fluid distilled in the blood of necktie warrior. Necktie is fatal to the more delicate species. Romulan, Ferengi, human.
Yes, the bartender, I believe, was the
stomach,
building
as
superintendent
well as
in
the
France.
brains. I have known
And in Star
Klingons who have died from drinking it too fast. It is. An interesting drink.
Two passati. Or the equivalent.
Why? For your trouble.
No trouble.
Yet. You sing well.
Thank you. Any requests?
Do you know any Klingon opera?
Some. What would you like to hear?
The choice is yours. You humans understand the spirit of Klingon opera. You are a true artiste.
The melodies are simple, quite repetitive. The difficulty is handling the tonality. You must be harsh with it, brazen.
You understand Klingons well. Sing it again!
There is a reason you're being forced to listen to this so many times.
Yes, this is good.
This
We
is
must
a
show
hint.
our appreciation.
Really, that won't be necessary.
No, we should not.
Choose! A glass? What is it worth? The song was better than that. Break something else.
Replaying from time stop. 001300.
Not again.
Yes, this is good. We must show our appreciation.
Really, that won't be necessary.
Choose!
It's one of those magic self-repairing glasses.
That was perhaps more than the song was worth. But still, it is done. And we pay for what we destroy.
Latinum.
It is not acceptable to you?
No, it is very acceptable.
Not enough.
More than enough. Is there something more you wanted?
Information.
I thought Klingons took information. I wasn't aware that they paid for it.
The money is for the chair. The information you will give us for free. I am looking for a weapons dealer. Someone who could get me something like this.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I only sing here.
But you're not blind. You see who meets who sets up the deals?
I don't...
Stop him!
Now, whom did they come to see?
Meska. He's the one who arranges it all.
You have information!
You see,
This is why we don't allow weapons on the bar. I never should have let you keep your knives.
As I told my young comrade, there are always weapons. Hark. You want to buy this information? Were you not listening before? Klingons do not buy information. We take it. Now, find me a weapon.
Replaying from time stop. 001400.
See? This is why we don't allow weapons on the bar. I never should have let you keep your knives.
As I told my young comrade, there are always weapons. Hark. Did you not hear me promise that no one would be harmed by our weapons? Would you make a liar out of me? If I wanted a knife, I would have used my own.
Replaying from time stop. 001400.
I see you shaking your head.
See? This is why we don't allow weapons on the bar. I never should have let you keep your knives.
As I told my young comrade, there are always weapons. Hark. How often do you serve necktie, bartender? Have you ever tried it? No? Then tell me what I want to know. Who brings these probes into this system?
I don't know. I don't know.
My eyes! My eyes! I can't see!
I'd just like to point out, none of it went in his eyes.
What did you want to point out?
None of it went in his eyes.
Weapon shipments come through here all the time. I don't ask what they carry.
This shipment would have come from the Saltari system. What ship? What ship?
The toothful. It's a pack-lead vessel.
Pack-lead. Stupid beasts. When?
16 hours ago. They left. Headed back towards Saltari.
Tarak! Tarak! Sir! We return to the ship. Hawk! The necktie. Here. No sense in wasting it, huh?
It's not exactly Shakespeare, is it?
Picking up a vessel within scanning range.
The pack-lead ship?
Yes.
Cloaking device!
Cloaking device engaged.
Cargo holds all look empty. Life signs, 10 humanoids, all pack-lead.
Let me see this pack-lead ship.
Pack-lead vessel coming within visual range. They're slowing.
Huh? You did not engage your cloaking device fast enough. They have detected us.
No, Devuy. They have a coolant leak. If they do not power down their engines, their warp coil will overheat. Pack-lead. They do not fix their vessels. They do not even understand how. A ship must be treated with honor. And they treat theirs as so much garbage. How can they do this?
They are pack-lead.
They go to impulse.
Bring us out of warp. I want to be right in the pack-lead's face when we engage the tractor beam. Pock, go to number 2 tactical station. We will make these pack-lead tell us who purchased the Romulan hunter-killer probe from them. But they must be...
Is he reading from a cue card?
Frighten a pack-lead too much, Pock.
I think he's just tired.
And you'll never get information from it. At least not information that will be of any use to you. Raise shields, decloak, and pull them in with a tractor beam. I want it as close as possible. No!
We're being hailed.
Not surprising.
Jen Plastro on Twitch says, "Hey there, interesting quality, although the AI morphing is a bit distracting. Did you do anything to reduce the amount of AI morphing? Can you do anything to reduce the AI morphing?
Not really. I mean, I don't develop my own AI models. I use off-the-shelf models, and as I said earlier, I ran this through as many different models as I possibly could, and then tried to pick the best footage, and even mixed and matched elements of footage by masking it over in After Effects. But ultimately, it's an off-the-shelf tool, so I can only do what it can do, and then try and pick the best of it. Unfortunately.
On screen! We do nothing wrong. We are pack-led. We are honest traders. Why do you hold us here?
Oh, we need information.
I don't know anything.
No pack-led knows anything.
You are pack-led.
Yes, we are pack-led.
Oh, then you have knowledge. You are not stupid.
Well, no, we are not stupid.
Then you will beam over and tell us what we need to know.
Oh, no, I'm afraid. I will not beam over.
Why?
You are Klingon. We are pack-led.
I do not understand you, pack-led.
It is difficult to understand.
Well, then you must come aboard our ship and explain why you are afraid to come aboard.
Yes, I will do that. I will beam over and explain.
Ah. You are a good negotiator, Captain.
Yes. We are pack-led.
View screen off. Go to the transporter room. Park and take his station.
No shields. Release the tractor beams.
Where did they go? Where did they go? Oh. Get us out of here. Hurry. Warp 9!
Park, what have you done? You've engaged the cloaking device. I told you not to frighten them!
They're powering up the warp engines. Their warp coil has not had time to cool. If they warp up now, they'll...
Did I do that?
Nothing. How can I trust you? Even at your own station, go back and learn the basics, Park, or stand down from the bridge!
Replaying from time stop. 0015. Configurable bridge display. 00. Configurable bridge display.
This is one of those things where there's nothing in the learn environment that will tell you what to do. The only way you will have seen what to do is if you attempted to take this station earlier in the
No
game.
shields. Release the tractor beams.
So I can give you the answer if you like.
The disruptors are firing and our tractor beam is still engaged.
Park, what have you done?
The tractor beam, we have too close! We'll be caught in the disruptor relay.
I don't know. There are no explosions in space, so this makes no sense.
1500.
Go to the transporter room.
This one's actually a sequence. You have to press more than one thing.
Oh, so...
No shields.
I can tell you if you like.
Release the tractor beams.
Wait. Let's see what the hotspots are. We have this. I click this one. I click
cheat mode.
You know what? Let me open DevTools.
I've literally given you a cheat mode in the settings.
I don't want a cheat mode. Let's see what you have here. I have the knife. 15 choices.
All the choices, I believe, are... oh, no. I can't remember how I combine the divs now. No, there will be an individual containers, you're quite right.
Is it this one?
It's two of them.
So I need to click both of them?
One after the other, yeah.
But the moment I click on something, the FMV scene starts, if it's the wrong choice.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So maybe this one and...
Oh no, have we found a bug?
No, it's not a bug. I froze the game. Actually, it's a bug.
Oh.
Shields and tractor beam, both! Can you not do two things at once?
Replaying from time
So
stop.
it's bottom left, top
0,
right.
0,
Yeah.
1, 5.
So it's not a bug.
Go to the transporter room. Park, take his station.
Lower shields. Release the tractor beams.
Shields up! Oh. Why did you do that? Frighten you, Captain. Is it working? I am Packlet. So you keep telling us. Tell us one more thing.
He has glasses.
Tell us
Yep.
who purchased your
pop
last
in and out.
shipment of weapons from the Sartari system. Who told you that? A friend of yours, Meska, bartender from Barkatu. Yes, he's the one. We sell him many weapons. Contraband. Illegal. Bartender. Clear! Are you sure, Packlet? Yes, he is the one. He purchases much. I sell him everything. Do you want something? I can get it. Get this back off my bridge! I can get you two of something. Set a course back to the Bolka system. Warp 9! We will teach this bartender that Klingons do not like being played with! When we catch this Vec of a bartender, I will let you have the honor of killing him, Park. But a warrior must know more than just how to kill an enemy. Do you know your family's line? Agan, father to Sith, father to Sigar, father to John. When you die, if you die with honor, you will serve with all your warrior ancestors in the Black Fleet. And you must know how to greet them all by name. Dijon, father to Pak, father to Tor, father to you. You must finish this now, Puck. Establish who between you is superior.
This is the Klingon way. Battle, honor, and victimizing the elderly.
It is over between you. He will not challenge you again.
What was the budget for this game?
Do not dismiss his whole life
Tuppence and a
because
toffee?
of this. Old warriors were once young. The
Now I have
honors
to
that
check.
they gathered should not fade with time. He is no longer your enemy. Make him your friend. Show him you honor his past.
Sir, we are approaching Bolka.
Good. We will repay this bartender who sent us chasing wild Kwame. Ha ha! Where is he?
You're
late. He's gone.
Where?
I wish I knew.
Yeah!
If you catch him, kill him slowly for me. He owes me 3 weeks' pay, and the tips in this place aren't enough to keep a wheeze beetle alive. If he were here now, I'd personally rip his heart out.
Who would know where he has gone?
Some of his connections, maybe. But they don't come here often, only when they need something.
Then we will wait.
Then I will play for you. But you will have to leave your weapons.
Meska the bartender was only a buyer for the real assassin. I suspect someone among my own people to be one of them. How else would the probe have found its way into my own belongings? Tell me, Puck, whom do you suspect? You suspect no one?
Then you haven't been paying attention.
There is much to be
I
suspicious.
chose the guy on the left.
Go back
I'll try again.
and watch.
You get
the
very
people
short
around
decision windows. I
you.
tried to expand them where I could, but
Replaying from
you
time
need,
stop.
you need the camera to stay
0,
still.
0, 1, 6, 0, 0.
Tell me, Puck, whom do you suspect?
Larat? He is among the most honorable Klingons. He could have left my service to live a comfortable life, but he stays on.
I wasn't
leaving
supposed to
himself
know that.
open to challenges by younger men, men like you, Puck. Do not think because he is no longer what he was that he is any less a Klingon.
There are clues to
Think
some of these things
again.
scattered throughout the rest of the video.
Replaying
But the only
from
way you'd
time
ever really
stop.
notice them is on a second
0,
playthrough
0,
when everything makes sense.
1,
And this is not the
6.
most replayable game ever made.
So it makes sense when you know the solution? Yeah. Sounds amazing.
You suspect.
I think it's the guy in the middle.
What reason do you have for suspecting him? Ha! You are guessing. You have not been watching.
What?
Replaying from time stop. 0, 0, 1, 6, 0, 0.
Tell me, Puck, whom do you suspect?
Okay, so I chose the guy on the left, the guy on the right, and the guy in the middle.
I think you just ran out of time before you picked the guy.
Well played again!
But he was
Give me
my
the
first
money this
choice.
time, and I promise to break something later of equivalent value.
Delak, I am short of money. Give this woman something and I will repay it twice when we return to the ship.
Acta crystals. They are rare in this sector.
I had some yesterday. They went from my hand into Meska the bartender's hand. And now somehow they have found their way into your hands. So it was you, Delak! You betrayed me! Now you will tell me everything. I want to know where the bartender is. I thought weapons were not allowed.
The rule is for customers only.
Ah! Search him! You recognize this?
A Galarian credit chip. Meska had dealings on Gaylor. Connections. He might have gone there.
Gaylor. You know where it is?
Take me with you, and I'll show you. And get me off this forsaken hole of a planet. I promise I won't get in the way.
See that you don't. Come then! Together! How far are we from Gaylor?
If the humans' coordinates were correct, within 3 hours.
The humans' coordinates are correct. I hope your navigation is as good.
What kind of weapons does this ship have?
Nothing a bird of prey can't handle.
Picking up a ship within sensor range at warp 6.9.
That's him!
Shall I engage cloaking device?
No! I want him to feel us breathing down his neck. Increase speed 7.5.
Sunglasses.
They're hailing us.
On screen.
Hello, Gowron. I see you
Hello,
picked up a
Gowron.
bed partner.
It is over, Meska. We have found you. Do not sacrifice your crew. Come aboard my ship. Meet your death honorably.
I have no intention of dying.
At this distance, his weapons are useless.
You are outgunned. You cannot outrun us. I will destroy your vessel and everyone aboard.
I do not think so. I'm not so foolish as to work alone. I have a man aboard your ship.
Telaki is dead.
Really? Still, he was with you for some time. Who knows what other betrayals he may be guilty of? Sabotage, perhaps?
Over there! What is it?
Looks like a detonator. It's tied to the antimatter containment field system.
Shields are dropping.
Stop up! Do it!
Now!
Close in on the ship. Engage tractor beam. This changes nothing, Alira. I will still destroy your vessel.
Kill us and you'll be dead in minutes. That detonator is set on a timer. A very short one. Now, you will promise to let us go, and I will give you the correct sequence you need to disarm it.
How does it work?
This must be the arming function. Once it has been set, you must tap in the correct sequence of keys to disarm it.
Time is running out.
Is there any way to determine the sequence?
Do you not understand? I have the sequence.
Release tractor beam!
At last. I knew you'd see it my way.
Lock disruptors on target!
Wait!
They're bluffing. They won't do it.
Idiot! You don't understand Klingons!
Alira, this is not one of your Klingon operas.
Wait! You want to know who hired me? A Klingon from Tanguaniqua. From an ancient house.
Alira, you embarrass yourself.
You want a name? I can give you that. A name in exchange for our lives, Gowron.
I have sworn a blood oath to kill you and all those who are responsible for the death of my friend Torn. Your lives are not a negotiating point.
But if you kill us, you will die.
Then let us all die together. Bah!
Hi, Verity.
Hitler! The blood oath is obeyed.
The detonator.
Come here, Puck. We must disarm the detonator now. But only the correct sequence will work. None of us knows what that sequence is.
How am I supposed to know it?
Ha! You're gonna hate
No one
this.
will blame you if you choose wrong, Puck. We are prepared to die.
So freezer.
Okay.
So a couple of things. First off, I love how this futuristic device made by an alien culture has been built out of the buttons you get off arcade cabinets. And secondly, this was another point in the game where you could fail. Originally in the game, you get 3 attempts at this. And if you get it wrong all 3 times, it again kills the game and drops you to desktop, and you have to start again. And it's supremely unfair because, I mean, how much do you want to stumble at this blindly, and how much do you want me to tell you? Because I did remove the function that kills the game if you fail 3 times, because that was just too unfair. This is like a quality of life improvement. But we could be here for a very long time.
He's just telling the solution.
Well, each one of those buttons releases a different tone. It's an ascending scale. And the reason you kept hearing that damn Klingon opera so many times, start of the game, back in the bar, is because you meant to recreate the start of it. But the only way to tell what tones the buttons make is to press them. And it would take you so... Even if you did realize that's what you were meant to be doing, it would take you so long to figure this out.
Okay, so if you were supposed to click every button to hear the sound it plays, then you die in like 3 tries, and that'll be that. And they expected
really
you to
bad.
just restart the game and get to this point.
To be fair, the original game did have a save function. But the frustrating thing about the save function is there was no load function. The only way you could load is to quit the game, get to the first screen, and select your save file from there. It was really jank. It was so jank.
What's the answer?
The answer... Well, do you want to fail a couple of times first just to see what happens? Or do you just want to get through it?
That was the correct answer. I'm pretty certain.
We are all dead, Puck, but we died well, staring it in the face, fighting all the way. It might have worked out better had we lived, but there is more to this voyage.
Replaying from time stop.
Okay.
0,
What's
0,
the answer?
1,
It's 1,
7,
4, 4,
0,
4,
0.
3. I think that's green, blue, 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 yellow.
We must disarm the detonator now, but only the correct sequence.
Worst part is,
will
it doesn't even sound like the tune.
None of us knows what that sequence is. No one will blame you if you choose wrong, Puck.
So 1, 4, 4, 4, 3.
Prepared
Correct, yeah.
to die.
And the only reason I know that off by hand is because of all the testing.
The singer's
Well, it does
aria
sound like it.
I should have thought of that myself. We have killed the assassins who killed your father, Puck. Until we know who hired these assassins, the oath will not be fulfilled. We will find this Klingon from an ancient house.
Set a course for Tenguanikwa.
What does it say, Lerot? These words are not for me to read.
You have written a Gatka? An ode of respect for Lerot?
Lerot is full of many old superstitions. He believes it is bad luck to speak proud words about himself. I will read it then.
This is probably my favorite scene in the whole game, but only because it's so close up it doesn't fuck up anybody's
Lerot.
faces.
House of Tignar. Warrior son. At the Battle of Teh, he took many blows. At the Battle of Reth, he killed many men. His arms
doesn't
were
rhyme.
strong to hold the battle high. His heart was fierce to keep the enemy afraid. At Teh,
at Reth, at Legon, at Dumath, at Neman.
His arms are heavy now with the weight of many battles. His heart is burdened by the press of many honors.
For anyone else wondering, yes, that is the counselor from Borg. He also played a Klingon in TNG.
The heavens will shake with the screams of his comrades, warning the dead, beware, beware. A warrior is coming.
May you die with honor, Park.
This is a true god, Park. I see the makings of a warrior poet in you. It runs in your family's blood.
Approaching Taganiqua.
Come. Prepare yourself to return.
Just for Jake Quinlan's comment there, technically the word ultimate only means last. And yeah, I'm pretty sure no one else would play another F&B game afterwards.
Your father would be proud of what you have done, Pork.
The circle of vengeance is closed.
Yeah, the FMV genre kind of died after 1996.
Absolutely.
Quaylon killed Vok. You have killed the assassins. Your traitorous guard is also dead. Who else do you expect to find?
We still do not know who hatched this plot. The assassin said a Klingon!
Of an ancient house! It has to be Vok. He is of the house of Inca. Other than the house of Sepish, no other house on Taganiqua is as old. Who else would it be?
So it would seem. But the circle does not feel complete. If you had been able to slay him with your own hands as I did, you would feel differently.
It is finished, Gowron.
It is not finished, Qatar! I would speak with Gowron.
The mate of
I love the fact she's called Qatar.
killed my brother may not enter the
Hello, I'm
house of
Qatar.
Sepish.
This is my daughter Flem and my son Snot.
Your men have ransacked my home, taken my
They sound like Klingon names.
my treasures.
Fitting payment for
Sounds like the names of Lucasfilm Games tools they used to create the games. Phlegm, Bile.
Refuse to allow you to speak.
Klingon, you are not the head of the house of Sepish. Puck is. Puck.
Speak to Vok. You say Vok was innocent. Where is your proof?
Vok had no reason to kill Torn.
The probe was meant for me. Vok had many reasons to see me dead.
True, Gowron. My mate wanted you dead. But Vok was no fool. Everyone knows what an honorable man Torn was. He would never have allowed a guest, Gowron of all guests, to be killed in his house. Think of the dishonor. He would die first, as he did.
If a man wanted my mate dead, he could aim at you, Gowron, and know my mate would take the death himself.
Who knew your father well enough to know this, Paul? And who would gain by Torn's death? The house of Sepish is an ancient house too. Is there a murderer among us, Paul?
Daniel, pick the guard.
No.
The guy in the middle. Go on, do it. This is my favorite bit of footage.
Why? Because the motion blur messes everything up?
No. My guards take offense at being accused of murder. Killers as they are.
I have no idea why he sort of channels Groucho Marx for that line, but it just makes me giggle every time. Thank you.
Closer to your own home.
Replaying from time stop. 001800.
If a man wanted my mate dead, he could aim at you, Gowron, and know my mate would take the death himself.
Who knew your father well enough to know this, Paul? And who would gain by Torn's death? The House of Sepeach is an ancient house, too. Is there a murderer among us, Paul?
You accuse me of killing my own brother? Why, I gain nothing.
Nothing. Unless Puck were dead also. Then you would become the head of the House of Sepeach.
I deny it.
A charge has been made. You must offer proof of your innocence.
I will offer proof. I challenge my accuser to the Vitae. A test of innocence.
Or guilt. Puck, you have made this accusation of your uncle. You must accept his challenge.
My men will see to it that the chamber is prepared.
No! My men will! Come on!
Ooh, where are we?
Tanganiqua.
Tatooine.
Close.
Hark! Son of Torn, the charges have been made. Quaylon! Son of Kampak, the charges have been denied. You seek the judgment of Vitae!
It's actually not Kronos. But this is just getting really nerdy weeds.
No, I chose the...
The weapons are chosen. The battle is to the death. To the victor goes the judgment of truth.
Glasses.
Begin!
Sandwich. Eat.
You have watched and trained with the butler since you were a boy. Go with your strength, not your weakness. Or do you doubt your accusation? Do you doubt Quaylon's guilt? The Vitae will judge Quaylon, not you.
Replaying from time stop. 001900.
Quaylon, choose your weapon.
There you go. Earlier, Daniel, you asked how many decision points there were in the game. 19, as it turns out.
Should I take the same sword?
Yes. Well, it depends how in love with the game you are and how eager you are for it to end.
He has glasses on.
There you go.
I mean, picking the same sword would have been obvious, but I thought it'd be much more sophisticated than that.
You can go into it.
To the victor
They're
goes the
fisty.
judgment of truth. Begin!
Sargage. Eat.
I killed your father. He and Gowron would see us ruined. Give control of the alien colonies we conquer their own rule. Two-page mark! Why did our grandfathers conquer them if they were not meant to be ruled? There are greater forces than you can understand, Quaylon. You look only at the depth of your own wealth. I must look at that of the empires, and the empire is on the edge of a new era. We cannot be burdened with these unimportant planets. You will destroy the House of Sepich. I will make the House of Sepich rich with honor. But you will not live to see it, Quaylon. Finish him!
I finished him.
It is finished. The circle of vengeance is at last closed. You have done well, my human friend. Better than I expected. Now you know what it is to be a warrior. You will never be the same. I wonder if I have done right teaching you this thing. Perhaps you have learned it too well. Next time we meet, we may meet as enemies. And you will know much about me, about us. But then, I too have learned much about you, human. Ha! It would be a good match. There is more to learn. Things you may have missed. Run this program whenever you wish, and we will travel this road again. Ha!
Bless them, they thought people were going to play this more
Wait,
than once.
oh, I thought you forgot to add the remastered, but you did. Wow.
Such as it is, that's the game.
Are you sure there were 19 interaction points? Because it felt like a lot less than that.
Tell you what, the only reason I do know is because, like I said, I knew it was somewhere around 20, but because it counted them off whenever you failed. And that last one, it was 001900. So yeah, 19.
Wow. Well done. Well done, Owen.
Thank you.
So we'll meet again in 3 years when you finish remastering Phantasmagoria 2.
I'm not joking about that. At least send me some footage to test with. I'd like to see what we can do with it. Let's get those.
I'll send you
VHS
the digitized VHS tapes, and let's see what you can do. And
well, look, last time we spoke, I said even VHS tends to be problematic because it introduces inconsistencies. You get chromatic aberration, wibblies, all kinds of things that interact with it. But the model I mentioned earlier, that my brain will now not serve up to me, is specifically designed for handling things like that. So back when I said it wouldn't really be feasible before, it kind of is now. We can give it a good go. Certainly, we'll probably get a better look than we got out of Klingon.
well, the VHS tapes are 720p or 720i, I think.
Yeah.
And the game itself had, like we said, 320 by 200.
200, yeah.
And the VHS tapes are also 30 frames per second, or 29.97.
0.97, yeah.
And so I'll send you the VHS tapes, and we'll see what you can come up with. Although
I'll be interested to try. Sorry,
not all scenes are present in the VHS tapes because the VHS tapes were sent to dubbing studios. So these are only the scenes in which one of the characters speak or they speak to each other, because those are the parts that require dubbing. And some scenes don't even have the visual effects implemented. So you can hear the director yelling cut or thunder or whatever.
Well, hell, it'll be a project. We can see what we can get out of the tapes. We can see what we can get from the original game FMV footage, and we can maybe cut something together.
Okay. So I'll send it to you, and you have 3 years, so we'll see each other in 2029 with when Phantasmagoria 2. Actually, since we're talking about games that celebrate their 30th anniversary this year, since Phantasmagoria 2 also came out in 1996, it also celebrates its 30th anniversary later this year. So you got till November. You got 7 months. No pressure.
It's going to take that long to render out one piece of footage.
No pressure. How long did it take to render all of the scenes in this game?
Not joking aside, non-stop rendering, it was about 2 weeks worth of processing time. Because don't forget, I went through it with several different models over and over again, and then so that's not including the editing time. But yeah, it's quite a lot of time.
So 2 weeks. Come on, also, 7 months. I'm giving you 7 months.
It'll be fine. The other thing is the higher resolution the source footage, the longer it takes to process because there's more pixels for it to crunch through. But I'm not trying to worm my way out of this. I'd be really interested to try it out as a project, just to see what we can get out of it, if nothing else.
You know how much footage you have in Phantasmagoria 2? You got 5 hours worth. 5 hours worth of footage. So you get 7 months.
Might kill me for the power usage. Seriously, we've got a smart meter. When I was processing this, she noticed.
I mean, if it took you 2 weeks to render an hour and a half of footage, so we got like 3 times that. So 7 weeks, because to get to 5 hours. And then you got, after we reached the 70-week mark, you got, I don't know, 5 more months to complete the project. Come on.
No problem at all.
A few hotspots here and there.
I remember joking about this last time. I know both Borg and Klingon are very simplistic in terms of gameplay, but that's actually a boon for me. Because if we had any game flow, any navigation, pre-rendered animated environments, all that kind of thing would need to be programmed as well. This was basically a decision logic tree. I mean, you were talking about the X-Files game earlier. I have played through that. I know it had a few computer interface puzzles, and as you said, there was the navigation, things like that. I don't even know if you could do some of that. I mean, JavaScript's a nice, relatively variable language. You can do a lot with it, but God, that would be a hell of a project as opposed to writing a few decision trees. And honestly, this time or not, my brain has failed me. But yeah, I think it would be a bit more of a project to actually get the whole thing working, let alone just remastering the footage.
Actually, the first project Paul and I worked on, which is why we joined forces on this channel, was a fan sequel of Phantasmagoria 2, which was then called Phantasmagoria 2.1, and since then we changed the name to Phantasmagoria with fan as in FAN, and nice. I created a game that has new footage and has the original interface from Phantasmagoria 2. So I recreated it in JavaScript, and it wasn't that difficult. It's mainly hotspots.
Doable. Just not necessarily.
So you got 7 months. What was?
I'm genuinely interested in giving it a go.
Okay, so I'll send you
necessarily on that time frame.
I'll send you the VHS tapes, and you'll see what you can do, and let me know which model worked best on the VHS tapes, because
a bit
I
like
noticed
this, it'll probably be a combination of lots of them.
So that's the thing, because over here we saw that I presume that the thing that worked best on close-ups isn't necessarily the thing that will work best on wide shots.
Definitely. Like I said, sorry, the one I couldn't remember the name of, Starlight. Starlight is really good at removing a lot of the artifacting and generally raising the resolution a little bit. Then it's better to use other models. There's one called Iris, for example. It's very good at faces. This is what can get us up to higher resolutions. But because Iris is very good at faces, well, the reason it's very good at faces, it does try to redraw them, reconstruct them from model data training. But if a face is further off in the distance, if you've only got this much, like 4 pixels worth of height to work with, it's going to hallucinate a completely inaccurate face because there isn't any source data. So at that point, you're better off using a model that doesn't even try to do a face. So then you get a little blurry thing in the background that doesn't look like it's got a weird ghostly face over the top of it. And that's when you need to start layering and compositing all this crap together. And it can get quite time consuming.
And can't you just set a keyframe that will be the reference for the face consistency? Because, for example, with Grok, you have the new extend feature. So the key to having face consistency is extending from a certain point in which the face is visible. Because if you extend it from any other point at which, I don't know, the character looks to the side or the face is not visible, then it starts to hallucinate.
Yeah, you lose your temporal consistency at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not with the tools I'm using, or not at least not with the tools I'm using at the moment, because Grok is primarily generative.
Yeah, I know.
The point of these tools, yeah, but the point of this is that, like I said, there's some generative capability in the Starlight model, but it's only building from what's already in the frame. And also, no, you genuinely don't have any control to say, stop doing such and such when you hit this point in the video. You just process the whole thing. Having said that, there is a command line interface that can be used with all of Topaz Labs models. Maybe I should look into that more. Maybe that would reveal more control to me than you get in the GUI. But there's only so many hours in the day.
Yeah, just write a prompt to Cloud Code and say, recreate Phantasmagoria 2, remaster Phantasmagoria 2, and that's it. Come on.
That's it. That's all we have to do for programming these days. Just fire it up in Claude Code and tell it to write it for you. Absolutely.
Writing Cloud Code. I have 7 months till the 30th anniversary of Phantasmagoria. Daniel asked me to create a remaster. That's it. Hit enter. Hit enter. Get a bunch of tokens. That's it.
Yeah, job done.
Okay, so thank you, Owen, for joining me once again. I can't believe it's been 3 years. I mean, it's insane. I was certain it was like, I don't know, last year or 2 years ago. But it was
it took me by surprise when I looked it up. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, so anyway, let's make sure our next meeting is not 3 years from now. Absolutely. Hopefully, it will be, I don't know, a remaster of Phantasmagoria 2 or any other FMV game you'd like to remaster, whether it's Spycraft, if we're talking about 1996 FMV games, or, you know, we have, the Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective was already remastered because it was released on DVD. But I'm sure there's a short enough FMV game that you can remaster from now until, I don't know, whenever.
Well, I tell you what, I'm open to suggestions. If you go on KlingonRemastered.com or BorgRemastered.com, my Reddit and Discord. No, not Discord.
X.
Nope.
Blue Sky.
You know, I don't use social media very often at all, but whatever I put 2 forms of contact on there you can get hold of me on. Can't remember. Anyway, I'm open to suggestions. Ping me, pop on one of them, ping me some suggestions for FMV games, and I'll see how viable they are. Since my YouTube channel got taken away from me, I need a vent. I need a creative outlet to do something. So it might as well be something, one of these.
Well, you're always welcome to join this channel.
Hey. I'm not joking. Absolutely.
Okay, so you choose the game, and next time we'll play. We don't have to play a game that you remastered. Let's just play an FMV game of your choice.
Excellent, thank you. I'm very much open to playing Ripper again because I haven't touched that in forever.
Okay, let's play Ripper. Actually, we wanted to play Ripper with Scott Cohen because we interviewed him a while back, and he never played the game. He saw scenes from the game, but he never actually sat down and played it from beginning to end. And that's what we want to do. We want to see him suffer through it, just like we did back in 1996.
Absolutely. And if you can't get hold of Scott Cohen, there's always Christopher Walken. So.
Yeah, we'll contact him. I'm sure he'll email us right back, like the second he's been waiting for our email for ages now.
Of course.
Okay. Thank you, Owen. We'll be in touch. Thank you all for watching. And that's it. That's the end of the live stream. Bye, guys.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you very much.